Oh, so today I want to extend the Pokemon demo to call PokeAPI to retrieve a Pokemon object and display some of the information on this page. So when I examine the response of PokeAPI endpoint, it contains a lot of useful information like abilities, um, height, ID, name, weight, and when I expand sprites, I find back shiny and front shiny like image URLs. So I'm going to use Angular to make HTTP GET requests to obtain like a Pokemon object and then extract some properties and display them on this page. So fortunately, Angular offers HTTP client, and HTTP client serves as a GET method that accepts a URL and return an observable. So I'm going to use HTTP client to help me get the data back, and then I use RxJS um, to extract the data and then display the data on this page. So first, let me go to main.ts, and in Bootstrap application, it has an optional second second argument called options. So in options, I'm going to pass a providers array. So provide HTTP client tells compiler that tells Angular that I need HTTP clients to make some HTTP request. I'm good. Let me open Pokemon yeah. Okay, in this component class, I'm going to create a function like retrieve Pokemon function, and in this function I inject HTTP client. So in Angular 15, I can use inject the, the dependency injection. Before Angular 15, I have to do dependency injection in the constructor of the component class. So now I can do that outside in its own utility function. So retrieve Pokemon function is a high order function. It returns a function that accepts an ID and ID is a number. Let me go back to PokeAPI to copy the so so the retrieve Pokemon function is partially done. I will go back later to use a map operator of RxJS extract the properties that I want to display on the page. First, I want to display the Pokemon dev console. Switch. So I use switchMap because I only care about the last result, not the first one, not all of them, only the last one. Okay, so I sort of skip a few steps here. So need to declare a retrieve Pokemon instant member here. Retrieve. So retrieve Pokemon is a function that accepts an ID and returns an observable. We call subscribe output okay. So okay, the Pokemon. Okay. Now I go back to retrieve Pokemon function. Is it? Up. Okay, and let me use map. Transform the object to the new shape that I want. ID is Pokemon ID. Name is Pokemon name. Height is height is height. Back shiny. Sprite. Back shiny. Shiny is sprite. Shiny. Okay, so TypeScript compiler is not happy. It's because a Pokemon is an object, and the object doesn't have ID, name, height, weight, and sprite. But I know these properties exist in the Pokemon because I console log the result in the dev console. So I'm going to fix it by creating a Pokemon interface. ID is a number, it's a string, it is sprites. Okay, it's an object, it has back shiny, it's a string, front shiny is also string. So okay, now so I'm going to make a GET request, and the result looks like Pokemon. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I get back back shiny, front shiny, height, ID, name, weight. Okay, let me create a type. I'm going to use it later when I declare a Pokemon observable inside the component class. So just type. Maybe I use omit. Omit. I want everything in Pokemon except sprite. And then back shiny and front shiny are moved one level up. Now let me create a Pokemon observable. It is an observable, and the type is flatten. And now let me assign the result of the HTTP request Pokemon observable. Okay, let me delete subscribe because I don't want to output anything in my dev console. Okay, so far so good, no error. Now let me resolve Pokemon observable by async pipe in the inline template. If async, okay, rename it to Pokemon. Uh-oh. Terminated. Ah, sorry. Okay, another error. This one I understand because I use ngIf like here, but I forgot to import ngIf into component. Okay, so far so good. Now I want to replace button Pokemon ID with Pokemon ID. Okay, the result should be the same. Now I want to display name. Okay, it's Bulbasaur. Height. And weight. Okay, the CSS doesn't look very good. Yeah, I can change that. Div. Get a flex. Oh, flex wrap is red. Justify content. space between. Much better. Okay, I'm not finished yet. I need to replace button front image URL with front shiny. Place the back one, back shiny. Okay, I'm almost done. Now I want to do some code cleanup. I didn't use button Pokemon ID observable in the template, so I can remove it. I also didn't use button front image URL observable. Delete it. Delete the back image URL observable. So button Pokemon ID observable is used ng on unit, so I can make it a cons so that it is local to ng on unit. Okay, let's see. Yep. So it's working. ID is 25, Pikachu, height is 4, weight is 60, and that's it. I finished the demo. So in this demo, I use more RxJS operator. I use switchMap. I use switchMap to make the latest network call and assign the HTTP response to Pokemon observable. And then in inline template, I use ngIf and a sing type to resolve the Pokemon observable and assign it to a variable called Pokemon. And then I extract not extract, I mean, and then dot the property from Pokemon object to display ID, name, height, weight, the front image of the Pokemon, and the back image of the Pokemon. After that, I didn't forget to do code cleanup. I delete the redundant observable, and then I convert Pokemon ID observable from a instant member to a local variable. Okay, and then I use button Pokemon ID observable inside ng on unit, and and then return the observable to Pokemon observable. So that's it. So if you like this demo, please like share it to junior developers who are learning RxJS, Angular, or both. So that's it. This is it, and I'm going to stop the recording here.